All right. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited about tonight's call. We're going to really talk about how to really prospect and recruit. Um, of all of the skills you have to learn in this type of business to become a top income earner in the industry, recruiting and prospecting is, I would say, one of the most important. I want you to write this down. In this industry, here's the rule of thumb. The person with the biggest team is always going to cash the biggest checks. The person with the biggest team is always going to cash the biggest checks. Now, can you make money getting customers and selling a lot of sprays? Absolutely. But keep in mind that if you're the only one selling, if you're the one getting the customer, that is a linear activity, right? But the minute you can start to incorporate other people's efforts into your business, that's when you build a business that people make millions and millions of dollars in, right? So this is why we're going to talk about this tonight, because by far, this is one of the most important skills you got to master. We always talk about money making time. And prospecting is definitely one of the things that qualifies as money making time. Money making time, of course, are activities that you can focus on or that you should focus on to not only maximize your results, but to earn the most money in the Envision You program. So I would say if you are kind of trying to map out your week, 40% of your time should be spent prospecting and recruiting new people. One of the things that we give in an example when we are doing the presentation is we talk about a minimal amount of effort and what it could lead to after a year of time. And so the minimal amount of effort example that we give is that you recruit 2 people a month. 2 people a month should be your minimum goal. And it's not hard to do because this is a numbers game. So if you just put a little bit of time into this particular activity, you'll recruit the people. All right. So let's jump into a tool that we have out there that when you start a new person in the business, you should immediately send them this document. I put this document in our Boss Network team chat. So you can go in there and you can click on the media in that group and you'll see this quick start document. I'll also send it out again tonight. So it's right at the bottom of our chat. But whenever you sign a new person up, what you want to do is you want to give them a clear plan of action, right? Remember this, confused people do nothing, right? So the more of a system you can give a person, a more of a paint by number system you can give a person, the more results they're going to get. Because when a new person gets started in this company, it doesn't matter if they've had success in their career. It doesn't even really matter if they've had success in another program. Every time you start new in a company, you have to go back to the basics. And so this document right here, these 5 steps to success, this gives a new person everything they need to be focused on in their first 30 days. So the first thing you want to make sure they know is you want to make sure they know their ID number. Second thing you want to make sure they know is what their website is. So you can literally go into this document. I'm going to actually turn it into a PDF. So you can literally send it out to a person and they can type in the answers as a template. So you want to make sure they know their website. You want to also make sure they know if they're having issues, where they send support tickets to, because you don't want them calling you for every little thing, because when you have 1 or 2 people, it's manageable. But when you have hundreds of people in your team and they look at you as rep services, you're not going to be very productive. You're going to spend more time dealing with problems. And the more you associate with problems, the less focused you are on productivity, right? So you want to make sure they know who to contact if they have small issues, and all these issues can be fixed. All right. You also want to let them know about our training schedule, right? So we always have a corporate training on Sundays, our mastery call every Sunday at 3:00. It should be your habit. By now, you've been in this company a while. You know the value of those Sunday calls. You get so much knowledge and so many nuggets from the people who do those calls. They are the top leaders in this company, the top producers in this company. They are industry leaders, they're coaches, so you definitely want to try your best to always be on that Sunday call. You should literally have it on your schedule as one of your money-making time activities for every week. There's not been a single call that they've had that I've missed, and there's never been a call that I didn't walk away from that call as many years as I've been in this business learning something, right? So corporate call every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we do a training call every Tuesday for our team. Now, the difference between the corporate call and our team training call is that our corporate call is going to really be very inspirational, very motivational. It's going to be pretty strategic as well. And we have people like John Maxwell, who's on some of those calls. But the training calls that I usually do, they're more strategy. I really focus you on the fundamental skills that you have to master to be successful in this industry, to be a top earner in this industry. So different type of training call, and you get a lot from both. So I try my best to do them every single Tuesday. When a call goes really, really well, I post it on our team YouTube page, and I also post it on the team website. The team website, for those of you who don't know it, is bossnetworkteam.com. Okay, bossnetworkteam.com. And our Envision You YouTube page, I'll send that out to everybody as well. Okay. Now, you should also know when you start a new person, you want to let them know when the next major live event is happening. As we continue to grow as a company, at least once a month in a particular city, there should be one live event. We don't do every week kind of events. I mean, some markets do, but a lot of people have just shifted to doing a lot of this online and virtually. But at least once a month in every market, there's going to be a major event. And that's an important event that you want to plug people into, because the energy is there. It's not that there's not energy on these calls. There's always energy on a call, but in person, it's different. Usually we bring experts from afar in town. We bring top leaders in town. We always have an opportunity to grow our business, because most of the time people are moved by significant events. Okay. And then the next thing you want to make sure people know about is our next national convention, which, as you all know, is May 26th through the 28th in Orlando, Florida. And our conventions are always called Alive. So you want to make sure that every new person that you sign up, they know the details of those kind of events. Because what happens a lot of times, and I'll be honest, a lot of people try to keep their group contained to themselves. So you don't want your team to plug into anybody else. I completely disagree with that, because I believe people learn differently from different people. So if there's a team that's doing a training call and you feel like you get a lot from that leader, plug into it. But the most important thing you should recognize is that you should not try to only keep your team plugged into you, because the more access that your team has to you, the less impactful your words are going to become. It's kind of like a parent with a child, right? The parent can tell a child to go clean their room and have to repeat themselves over and over again. But sometimes a grandparent can come in, someone that they don't have a lot of access to all the time, and say something, and that kid responds quickly. Why? Because the more access a person has to you, the less impactful your words are to them. It's not that they mean to, but they kind of start to take you for granted. So sometimes you'll be telling your team, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I can come right behind you and say the exact same thing, give them the exact same feedback, but all of a sudden they have an aha moment and they're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Now you've been telling them all along to do this, but when they hear it from someone else, it just creates a different reaction. So always keep your team plugged into the nucleus of an organization, the top leader in the organization, because I'm always going to be sending you information from corporate. I'm always going to be pushing out different events that are happening around the country. So make sure every single person that you sign up, you make sure that you tie them into our WhatsApp group, because again, the more access they have to the nucleus of what's happening, the more growth you're going to see in your business. Now, when a new person starts, you also want to make sure you know what their goals are. Why are they doing this business? What is their primary motivator? When you know what motivates someone, you can keep them engaged, right? When they try to quit or when they try to start giving you excuses, if you know why they started the business, you can always go back to their why and say, I thought you were doing this to get some extra money for your kids' college fund, or I thought you were doing this so you could retire your parent. You're going to let one no discourage you. So it's important to know what is the real reason why a person has decided to do this business. And it usually has to be bigger than the money, right? Lots of ways to make money. And if it's only about the check, I promise you, they'll go start doing something else very easily. All right. Also very important for a person to know who their enrollment sponsor is, who their upline champion is, who their upline sapphire is, who their upline diamond is. Make sure they have those people's names. Make sure they have those people's phone numbers, because if they can't reach you, you don't want their business to stop. You want them to reach out to someone else who has a vested interest in making sure that they support them and they're successful. Okay, so here's the 5 steps. The first thing a person does is they complete their application. Second thing they do as they're enrolling is they must choose an enrollment package. A lot of people are signing up people and they don't have a subscription. You really want to get people on a subscription, right? Why? Because when you start to really understand how the unit level bonus pays out, you want to have as many people reordering as possible, because the more people in your organization that are reordering, the higher the levels you climb in that unilevel comp plan. So try to make sure they choose not only to start at bronze, silver, or gold, but also try to make sure they choose the subscription. Even if they have to downgrade at some point to just the basic subscription to like $75, at least start them out as on a subscription, because the more volume a subscription has, the more CV you get. And this is going to make more sense when we do a comp plan training. All right. Now, if they are signing up for courses, it's really important that you show them how to access their digital learning platform from their back office. So now what the company has put into place is that when you sign a new person up, it's really important for them to log into their back office and put in their social security number and select the method in which they want to get paid. You have to do that as soon as you sign a person up, or else what it's going to show is that that person is pending. So if you go and look at your enrollment tree, instead of showing them active, it's going to show them pending. So make sure that after you sign a person up, you show them how to log into their back office, have them fill out that first app that first screen that pops up asking for their social, asking for what method they want to get paid by, etc. All right. That's a new process that they just recently implemented. Okay, so you show them how to get to their digital learning courses, and you can also talk to them a little bit about the sprays if they have questions. Now, one thing that Mr. Emanita teaches is that when you sign a person up, you should at least set them up where they get a body balance from you. You might sample one spray and have them buy 2 sprays. The reason why is because when people try the products, they become believers in the products. So I usually, when I sign a person up, if I've got my sprays on me, I'll usually give them at least 1 spray, but I encourage them to get at least 3 so that they have product that they can sample with people. Okay. It's very important. If a person is willing to sign into your business, you're going to get paid off of them. Give them a spray, right? Get them at least realizing that the product works, because a lot of times, as soon as they leave that event, they go home, they're excited, they start talking to people, and they run into a dream stealer. And that dream stealer will say something like, I can't even believe you're thinking about a business like this, and all of a sudden start being negative with the person. And then the next thing you know, you're not getting any response from the person, right? But if you give them a product as soon as they get started, and they actually get to try the product and experience it and see that it works, it doesn't matter what that negative person says, because they know for themselves that the product is working. So I always encourage you, when you sign a person up, if you can, give them one. If you can't, at least have them buy one or a few from you. Okay. All right. Next thing, you want to make sure that you give them some homework. When I sign a new person up, I tell them, listen, the first thing I need you to do is I need you to make your list. We can't even get started until you make your list. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. Your list is your working capital. So I try to get a new person, when they get started, within 24 hours to do their list. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. And then last but certainly not least, you want to make sure that you tell them, our next 2 goals is, first, to get 2 people signed under you as quickly as possible so that you are dual team qualified and so that you can begin earning commissions. The second thing we're going to focus on is getting you to champion as quickly as possible. And so the best way for us to do this is to do your vision party. We are committed to doing at least 4 vision parties for you, but we need to schedule your first one like yesterday. So I try to get a new person to schedule their grand opening or their launch party or their vision party, whatever you want to call it, within the first week of them joining the company. This is the fastest way to get them to break rank in the program, and it's also the fastest way to help them get a check in their hands. And once a person gets a check in their hands, their belief just goes through the ceiling. Okay. So the first thing you want to do with every new person that you sign up is you want to just send them this document and say, okay, this is our game plan. This is what we're going to be focused on the first 30 days. Okay. Now, after you go through this with a new person, you want to make sure you explain to them. And I say this often to the people that I sign up. Listen, if you are coachable and you listen to me, I can absolutely show you how to be successful, and I can show you how to get to champion your first 30 days in this business, which is going to create a story of success. I'm going to teach you everything that was shown to me, and everybody that's following this system has success. Now, here's what I want everybody to understand. There's power in a system. Systems train the masses, and systems duplicate results. Talent does not always duplicate. Everybody cannot do a presentation. Everybody cannot recruit like top leaders in the company. You can learn the skill, but you don't always come to the table with it. But if you teach people a system, everybody can have success. So system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. A powerful system will train the masses. A proven system will ensure that everybody has the same chance for success if they follow the system. And again, systems will duplicate. Talent does not always. And whoever you sign up, tell them the importance of staying coachable and following the system. And stress, every person that follows the system gets results. Okay, so what is the NVU system? The NVU system is that we pique somebody's interest. And if they say that they're open to take a look at the business, we send them the 5-minute video. After we send them the 5-minute video, and by the way, you can always just text them moreincomeforme.com, moreincomeforme.com. That's that 5-minute video that's out there, right? After they see the 5-minute video and they're curious, then you invite them to get onto a full presentation where they can get all of the details of the opportunity. Okay. After they get all of the details of the opportunity, you follow up with your prospect and you ask them, do they see an opportunity? It's that simple. It's 1, 2, 3. And the more you get good at teaching people the recruiting system, the more successful you're going to be. And the more you do the recruiting system, the more successful you're going to be. Okay. Now, let's start with talking about the list. A lot of people show me a list and it's got like 20, 30 names on it. And I tell them, I'm like, this is not enough, right? We're in a business where we're talking about the law of large numbers. If you give me 30 people, of the 30 people on that list, a third of them are going to be interested. So now we're talking about, of the people that are on that list, 10 are possibly going to be interested. Of the 10 that tell you they're interested, a third will actually get on a call. So now you're down to 3 people. Now, of the third that get on the call, a third will actually have the money to join. So now you're down to 1 person. And then a lot of times people don't have the money to join. So you don't end up recruiting anybody when you're working with numbers that small. So the first thing you want to really push your team members to do is to make a really good list, at least 100 names, right? The way you want to think about it is those names are your inventory and your capital. If you were opening a retail store, would you open the store and have no inventory in it? No, people would come in there and be like, I'm never coming back to this store again. You haven't captured their interest. So you have to have people to work with because we're in the business of people, right? So you get them to make a list. The easiest way to make a list is you have them go through their cell phone. You have them go through their Instagram page, their Facebook page, everybody. And I mean everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. If you go through your cell phone, if you go through your social media pages, if you go through your email, you definitely have at least 100 people that you can put on your list. And when you make a list, you need their name, their phone number, and email. If all you have is their name, you don't have a list, okay? A list includes their name, their phone number, their email. So one of the easiest things I teach people when I first sit down with them to make a list is I say, okay, first thing we're going to do is we got to get 2 people signed under you like yesterday, right? Who are the people that you know that love you and that will support you? And if you say they should do something, they'll give it serious consideration. Who are those people? Because that's what we consider to be your easy, warm market. These are your family, your friends, your loved ones, people you want to bless, people that want to bless you, okay? That's the first group of names that you put on your list, okay? The second group of names that I encourage you to put on your list are networkers, people who what we consider to be very influential. They have people that listen to them. They have people that respect them. They have people that trust them. These a lot of times are networkers. These are business leaders. These are business marketplace influencers, pastors, successful professionals, okay? Socially, they have huge followings. Start writing some of those names down because if you can just recruit a few of them, your business will explode. And then go through your cell phone, go through your social media pages. If you don't have somebody's phone number and email, you're on social media, I'm going to talk to you in just a minute how to reach out to someone on social media and just pique their interest. Just ask them a simple question. If they say yes, then you're going to get their name and phone number. You're going to add them to your list and you're going to follow up and you're going to call them. So first things first, we got to make a strong list. Okay. Now we've created a document that is a spreadsheet. I like working with a spreadsheet because each month you can add a new tab, right? So like when you're in the month of April, at the bottom, you got the April tab. You've got everybody on your list from April. A lot of those people are going to get called, but maybe you don't reach some of them. Then you can copy their name and carry them over to the next tab, which will be May. And so you can see your whole year of prospecting. You got to get yourself organized. A lot of people have these notebooks, but you got a million notebooks, or you got these notepads and you got lists everywhere. Try to be organized and consolidate your list to one place. And notice what it says on here: their name, their phone number, their email. We're going to teach you how to sort your list to determine if they're a red, blue, or green. And then after you make an attempt to call them or invite them to get on a call, if they say they're going to get on, you can make a follow-up note, etc. And so this, to me, is the most effective way to build your business. Okay. And then normally what I'll do once somebody makes a list, I'll teach them how to upload it to Google Drive so they have it in one central place, and they can just share the list with me so that I can help them work their list. We can literally go through the list and they can say, okay, Lisa, this person is a red. They're a doctor. I think I'm going to need your help to call them. And we can put a plan together to reach out to the really influential people. This person is a pastor. This person is a radio show personality. This person has a big social reach. So we can literally strategize on what we're going to say to get these people to take a look at the business, because you can't say the same thing to every person. Okay. So use the spreadsheet to make your list. All right. Now let's talk about how to sort your list, because this is really important to understand, right? Everybody on their list, they're going to have 3 different types of people. They're going to have reds. Okay. Reds are the people who are well respected. They're very influential. A lot of times they've done this type of business before, so they're a networker. People typically look up to them. They see them as a mentor. They have documented success. These people are hard to recruit, but if you recruit them the right way and they come into your business and they get active, oh my gosh, that's one leg you'll never have to worry about. So it's not easy to recruit reds, but you don't want to shy away from talking to a red. I tell people all the time, the people you think will, they won't. And the people you think won't, they will. So don't prejudge anybody. Now, one of the ways you can approach a red is you'll say something like this. And this is actually how Dr. Shanita Foster recruited me. She came to me. She said, Lisa, I know you're extremely busy, but there's a new company that I'm getting involved with. I think I'm going to get involved with. It makes a lot of sense to me, but I would like you to take a look at it and give me your honest opinion. I know if there's anybody that knows business, it's you. If there's anybody that knows this industry, it's you. So would you please do me a favor and look at this business and give me your thoughts? That is the best way to recruit a red, because a lot of times they're flattered that you came to them and said what you said. And out of pure, flattery, they'll do it just because they're honored that you thought so highly of them, right? So they'll take a look at it. A lot of times, once they look at it, people who understand business, it's very easy for them to recognize what's happening and envision you. It's very easy for them to see the money. It's very easy for them to see what it means to get involved at the ground floor of a company that's going to be a mega company. So that's the best way to recruit a red. Now, greens are people who are they're your peers. A lot of times these are people that you work with. These are people that are in the same field as you. A lot of times you guys are on the same socioeconomic levels. Your kids maybe go to school together. So these are the people that are your peers, okay? The best way to recruit somebody that's your peer is just to say, well, I'm going to go over the script with you in just a moment. Use the scripts that I'm going to share with you to recruit the greens. And then you got your blues. Blues are people that are like your family and your friends, people that you have a certain level of influence on because they respect the relationship that you guys have. And a lot of times blues look up to you. And so everybody has somebody that they know that if they say, hey, You need to take a look at this and you need to get involved. They'll do it. Those are the first people that a person should try to recruit, because it'll help them break rank, because those people are going to do it just because you recommended that they do it. And the minute you can sign up some people and you can break a rank, now you've got a story of success. So I want you to really think about, who are the blues in your life? Who are the family and friends that love you, that will support you, that respect you? And just because you say do it, they're like, okay, well, if Jackie's doing this, I'm going to do it too. Or if Candace is doing this, I'm going to give it a shot. Who are those people in your life? Because you want to get 2 people signed up as quickly as possible. All right. Now, let's talk about having a launch event, right? Let me tell you what I do with people that I personally recruit, and it's extremely effective, okay? So again, the first thing I'm going to have them do is make their list. Once they've made their list and they have at least 100 names on the list, now I know we're ready to go. And now I'm going to create a flyer for them. Right? This is an example of the flyer that I create. If I'm the one doing the presentation, I'll put my picture on it and I put their picture on it as well. Right? And look what it says. You are cordially invited to attend the grand opening of my new business. Please join us via Zoom to celebrate this momentous occasion. And then you just give them the date, right? This is an easy flyer to duplicate. You can literally, a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to make these kinds of flyers. You can go on Canva and create something real simple, just like this. And every time you sign somebody up, you just add their picture to it. It's really easy on Canva. Or if you're not able to do it on Canva, you don't have that skill set, you can go to a place called Fiverr, Fiverr, I think Fiverr.com or Upworks.com, and you can find graphic artists. Send them a flyer and say, I need you to copy this exact flyer, and they'll make you flyers for like $5 or $10 a flyer, right? Don't overthink this, right? But every person that you do a launch event for, you should really try hard to get them a flyer, because once a person has a flyer, it's an official invitation and they'll get busy starting to invite people, okay? So this is the fastest way when you do a launch for a person. It's the fastest way to help them break rank, and it's the fastest way to get them to champion. When you break a person to champion in their first month, that is huge. There are people that have been here from the very beginning and they haven't hit champion yet. So when a person hits champion in like the first couple of weeks in the business, that is a huge story of success. And I'm going to tell you something. When you can do a thing, you can teach a thing. And people usually do what you do and not what you say. So if you sign somebody up and they see that from doing one event, you were able to sign up 5 people, guess what they're thinking in their mind? Man, I'm going to do this too. Let me get my launch. Let me invite all these people. She had 30 people. I'm going to have 50 people on my launch. You set the bar for your team. The speed of the leader determines the pace of the group. So if you want your team to just multiply fast, you got to put a serious effort into it. Now, some of you might be thinking, man, well, I didn't do my launch when I first got started. Well, it's never too late. If you want to do a launch event, you get with your person that enrolled you, or you get with your upline Sapphire or your upline Ruby or your upline Diamond, and you say, listen, I just got a training tonight. I realized I didn't do this like I should have done. So I want to start all over and I want to launch my business the right way. That is perfectly fine. You can do as many launch events as you want to. Okay. Now, here's how you invite people to a launch party. Okay, this is the script. A launch event is a little bit different than inviting people to get on the corporate call, because this is your first event, right? This is an event where you're really asking people, you're really leveraging people will support you, right? So your script is going to be more like, hey, can I speak to John? Hey, John, it's Lisa. How are you? How's it going? You can make a little small talk with them, build a little rapport. say, listen, the reason for my call is because I wanted to share something really exciting with you that I think you're going to love. I know you're a very sharp business-minded person. And I know you've always been open to extra ways of making money and having multiple streams of income. Is that true? Am I still right by thinking that of you? Now, when you say that to someone, they usually like, yeah, that's me. Okay, great. Well, listen, I recently decided to launch a new health and wealth business. And I'm excited because it's a new company. They just launched and they're expanding globally. And I have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor. We actually have an opportunity to get on the ground floor. They're projecting that this company is going to do 100 million their first year. And they're going to be one of the largest health and wealth companies in the world. And basically, this company teaches people strategies to grow their wealth and also offers products to help to improve their health. So I'm so excited, and I'm inviting all my close family and friends and colleagues to celebrate the launch of my new business with me. And I wanted to personally invite you, and your support would mean so much to me. Would you join me for my virtual launch on? And then you give them the date. Notice what I said. I'm really leaning on, I really want you to support me. You being a part of this is going to mean so much to me. I'm just so excited about this. And they got to hear that excitement in your voice. Okay. And then if they start trying to ask you a lot of questions, which a lot of times people will, well, what's it all about? You're going to respond in the following way. This is exactly what we're going to be talking about on my virtual launch. I'm new and I want to make sure I share every detail correctly with you. So what I'm doing is I have my mentor who's going to help me share the details with you, and they're going to be on the call. So would you please just join me on my virtual launch on Saturday so you can hear all the details? And if they say, okay, and that you don't have to. If they say yes, they're going to get on. You don't necessarily have to send them the video. But if you want to send them the video, you can. But if they keep pushing like, well, what's it all about? You can say, well, look, here's what I'll do. I'll send you this video. It's a 5-minute video. It just gives you a little taste of what the business is all about. But the company is growing very quickly and it's a very lucrative business. And so I'm just excited and I can't wait for you to hear all the details. But do not try to go into the details with the person. Talk long, talk wrong. Less is more. The minute you start trying to explain the opportunity to people, you lose. All you're trying to do is leverage the relationship you have with the person and invite them to get on your launch. Can I please count on your support? It would mean so much to me. If they say yes, say, okay, great. I'm going to send you this video in case you want to take a look at it, but I'm also going to send you my flyer. It'll have the link to join the presentation and join my virtual launch. It's this coming Saturday at 10 o'clock. And again, thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And then you get off the phone with them. And then you're going to write their name. You're going to check off their name on your list that they said yes. Okay. Now, after you hang up, here's your next step. You send them the official text invite. And it can say something like, you're cordially invited to attend the grand opening business launch of Lisa Nicole Cloud. Thank you for agreeing to attend the virtual launch. The event will take place at this time. Please click the link below to RSVP your plan to participate. I thank you in advance. Your support means the world to me. So as soon as you hang up with them, just create that text in your phone, save it on a note. So all you got to do is copy and paste and send that right out to them with the flyer. The minute people get a flyer and they get an official text invite with the link is the minute they'll put it on their calendar. Okay. Now, 24 hours before your event, you want to send them a friendly reminder. Hey, this is a friendly reminder about the grand opening of Lisa Nicole Cloud. The virtual launch is scheduled for tomorrow at such and such time. I'm so thankful for your support, and I can't wait to share the details of the new business with you. See you tomorrow. Click on the link to join the virtual event. and then you give them the link again, and you send your flyer again. You cannot take for granted that just because you invite them one time, they're going to remember. So you always want to send them a 24-hour reminder. And then I am anal about it. I literally 30 minutes before a launch, I teach people to send them another text reminder that says, good morning. We're just 30 minutes away from the virtual business launch of Lisa Nicole Cloud. Please click the link below to join the launch event. We will start promptly at 10. Again, I thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. I look forward to seeing you very shortly. I am telling you, if you invite 100 people, 30 to 40 of them are going to get on your call, especially if you send them the invite text, then the 24-hour reminder text, and then the 30-minute reminder text. Okay, trust me on this, guys. I have seen it time and time again. All right, so every person that you start in the business, you got to do a launch event with them. Now, I'm willing, and with the people that I personally enroll, I'm willing to do as many launch events as they want to do. And when they start signing up people, here's what I do. I say, okay, I'll do the event for your people that you sign up, but I want you to start learning the presentation because I want you to do the first half of the presentation. I am now starting to teach them how to take ownership of their business and learn how to present, because it's going to come a time where there's so many people coming into your group that you cannot personally do everyone's launch. So you got to teach people how to present. And the best way to learn how to present is to watch these presentations over and over and over again, make notes on the slides, like listen to someone, write down what the examples they give, etc. So, all right, now, let's just say we did all of their launches. Now we're just into our normal recruiting cycle, right? You always hear me talking about dialing for dollars. Every Monday, every Wednesday, like clockwork, 7 o'clock, I'm at my computer, I'm working my list, I'm making calls, right? You got to do the same thing. You have got to schedule time on your schedule where you work the phones. It's got to be your habit. If you're not scheduling time to what I call dial for dollars, you're missing the boat. And I always do it live because there's a lot of takeaways that people get, because sometimes I'm calling people that came in from a landing page. Sometimes I'm calling leaders in the industry. Sometimes I'm calling people and following up that came out to a meeting. So it's no telling what you'll hear me, the kind of conversation you'll hear me making. But I always tell people there are lessons that are taught, and then there are lessons that are caught just hearing people and watching them do what they do. So I encourage you guys to put it on your schedule every Monday or every Wednesday. We do it from 7 to 10. And the more you do it, the more the people in your team will do it. And the more people that you have in your team that every single week they're putting time into recruiting, the bigger your team is going to grow. But again, people don't do it if they don't see you doing it. People do what you do and not what you say. Remember that. Okay. Now, when you are prospecting people, you have their names on your list. You give them a call. The way your conversation begins is, hey, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you keep your business options open? Or you could say, do you believe in multiple streams of income? Are you open to ground floor opportunities? Do you know anybody who's interested and business-minded and interested in other ways of making money? These are great conversation openers, because before you should start telling somebody about your business, you have to qualify them to make sure they're open to even hear about your business, right? You need to get that, yes, I'm interested, before you proceed. A lot of times people just start recruiting anybody and everybody, and they haven't even qualified them to know if they are someone you want to talk to about your business. Stop giving your business to everybody. This business is not for everyone. And the biggest mistake novices make is they try to tell this to everybody before they even qualify a person to know if they're open. If a person is open and not open, there's nothing you can say to change their mind. So keep that in mind. All right. Now, once you do that, I'm going to give you a couple of scripts that work really, really well. And I want to say this. One of the things that I think people make the mistake of doing is instead of picking up the phone and calling people, you just start sending people text messages. And you assume just because you send somebody a text message and it has a link to a video in it, you assume that they're going to look at your business. And I'm here to tell you guys, text messages are not effective until you first had a conversation with the person. You got to talk to them first. You got to pick up the phone. You got to call them. They need to hear your voice. Stop blind texting people trying to share your opportunity with them. It's not effective. Okay, so here's a script. After they say they're open, they say, yes, I'm open to ways of making extra money. Then your script continues on and you say, well, listen, there's a new company that just launched and we have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of it. The company is launching a cutting edge new digital platform that teaches people how to be successful and start businesses that create multiple streams of income. Getting in now, you can profit from the growth of the platform. Are you interested to learn more? I didn't go into a lot of detail, but I said just enough to get somebody curious. If they say yes, that's when you send them the 5-minute video, moreincomeforme.com. That's the 5-minute video that we always play at the beginning of every presentation. After they watch the video, you send them another text message and you say, what'd you think about the information on the video? Does it seem like something you'd be interested to get more information on? If they say yes, then what you're going to do is you're going to get them scheduled to get on one of our live presentations. As you all know, we do presentations Monday through Friday, 1 p.m., 7 p.m. There's no day of the week that you can't expose somebody to this business. After they see a full presentation is when it's time to see if they want to sign up. Stop signing up people that have not seen a presentation, because confused people will do nothing. You will sign them up and they will never get on a call. They will never get on a training. They will never come out to a live event because you just signed them up blindly. So you want to sign up people who know what you're getting them involved with, okay? Now, we have a video. It's called startahealthandwealthbusiness.com. This is a recording that I did of the presentation. So if you're trying hard to get people on a call and it doesn't seem like their schedule is working, then you can send them to this recording and you can just have them watch the recording and then you can follow up with them. All right. Again, we have presentations Monday through Friday. All right. I personally also do a presentation every Saturday at noon, and I always do a presentation every Sunday at 7 p.m. So there's no day of the week that you don't have an opportunity to expose someone to your business. All right. Now, after you talk to a person on the phone and they say that they're open, you simply send them a text. Please take a look at this video ASAP and give me your thoughts. You send the moreincomeforme.com video. After they look at it, you send them a quick message and make sure you tell them, watch this video now. It's just 5 minutes. I'm going to follow up with you in 5 minutes. Okay. You got to tell them to look at it. All right. And then another text that I've used that's been very effective. Take a look at this video ASAP. Give me your thoughts. The company is just launching. We have an opportunity to get in very, very early and get positioned and make some serious money. There's a quick path to 5 figures a month. After you watch the video, call me so I can give you more details. That's the type of text that I send out to people who are, industry leaders. They like getting in early. They want to know about new companies that are launching, etc. All right. So I hope that has been helpful as far as how to recruit people when you first get in, having a launch event, and then how to recruit people just in general every single month that you're adding to your list. All right. Now, I am going to send this training out, these slides out as a PDF. So you'll have a copy of these scripts if you kind of want to print it out and use it when you actually are working the phones and making calls, etc. But I do want to tell you a little bit. We have a little more time. I want to stress to you the importance of leveraging social media. Social media is so important, guys. If you're not using social media marketing to grow your business, you're really, really missing the boat, right? Social media marketing platforms, I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about statistically who's on these platforms, okay? So the main places that you can recruit are on Facebook. That's a great place for people between 25 and 34, the boomers. It's great because you can post pictures, you can post videos, you can go live. It's great to do local marketing. You can even run Facebook ads and drive people to a landing page. Super, super effective. Okay. Another place that you can really recruit a lot of people is YouTube. You should start a YouTube page and you should put all the Envision You videos up. They've got so many great videos now. And then you need to learn how to put keywords into your videos. So when somebody goes to YouTube, YouTube is one of the number one places people go to learn how to do something. So let's just say somebody heard about Envision You. They're going to go to YouTube. They're going to search Envision You leader, or they're going to search Envision You opportunity. And guess what? If you've properly tagged your video is going to come up. And the videos that come up the most are the ones that are most watched. So I highly recommend that you guys start a YouTube page. 18 to 25 on YouTube, 26 to 35, really wide age range. Again, it's the number one place people go to learn how to do something. We call it YouTube University. Great to put webinars up, great to put explainer videos up. It's a great place to do content about your products. You know, you could do a live talking about the dreaming spray, or you could do a live. Just put video content up. I'm telling you, people are searching for it. Okay. Then we have Instagram, 18 to 24, 25 to 34, really big for millennials. A lot of inspiration. The person that learns how to make content on Instagram, doing reels and stuff, you do so well. You find so many people that'll reach out to you and say, hey, I want to know more about what you're doing, because they're following your lifestyle. Whenever we have live events, man, you need to be making reels about those events because people are watching you. A lot of times when I post something from an event, I'll always say, for more information, go to, and I give them my landing page so they can go there and put information. I can't tell you how many people have gone to my landing page and I get a notification that they want to learn more about the business. Okay. Twitter is okay. I don't use it as much. I do post events on Twitter. But you know, that's the age range, 25 to 34, 35 to 49. It's a lot of educated people, a lot of wealthy people. So if you want to talk about like a lot of political events or current events, it's a great place to go and dialogue. Like you could be on Twitter talking about, hey, this recession is coming. How many of you are getting ready for the recession and creating a plan B? Inbox me. I found out about a new plan B that's extremely effective. Okay, that's how you can leverage Twitter. Okay, LinkedIn. Everybody needs to go put a LinkedIn page up, right? You got to have LinkedIn because a lot of people, if you do your profile right, make it sound very professional, describe Envision You as a global company in the health and wellness space, in the wealth strategy space, really put a good description of Envision You up. Let them know that you're an international global expansion leader. You help open up new global markets. I mean, your language on your LinkedIn page needs to sound very professional, and you need to sound like the bomb.com in your credentials on LinkedIn because people will reach out to you. Okay. TikTok and Snapchat, that's kind of like, I used to think it was just for the young people, but TikTok, you need to have a TikTok page, because TikTok, you can grow virally faster. You can build a following much faster. So that same content that you're putting on Instagram, you can post that same content on TikTok, and you'll find that your following grows much faster on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, that's a huge miss right now. Okay. Social media strategists are telling people you got to be on TikTok. And then Snapchat again, I'm not on Snapchat. My kids are, but they say it's a good place as well. All right. So these are the different platforms that you should try to have a presence on. Now, can you manage all of them? No. But what I would tell you is whatever you post on Instagram, share it to Facebook, because you can do that. Whatever you post on Instagram, you can also share to Twitter. Whatever you post on Instagram, take that same video and go post it on TikTok, right? So just go to YouTube University, watch a video on how to do it. It's not complicated, but if you're not leveraging social media, you're missing out. What are the benefits of social media marketing? One, exposure. It helps you to grow your list. It helps to generate traffic to your website. You can be selling product. Like, something that I want to start doing more regularly is what they call social selling. I don't know if you've ever seen the people who I think do this the best, to be honest with you, are people that are in paparazzi, right? They got that $5 jewelry, but every night, one night of the week, they're doing a paparazzi live. We need to get better at that with Envision You, right? We need to be every month at the beginning of the month when our products come in, we need to do a live as we unwrap our products and talk about all of the benefits, show a quick video. They got all these great new videos that they've developed. I am telling you guys, I guarantee you will get customers. If you just maybe do a live and invite somebody that could be a testimonial of what the Dream Spray did for them, do a live and invite 3 testimonial people. I guarantee you will sell product. Okay. And that's what you call social selling. Right? So social media is so powerful for that. It helps you to generate loyal traffic. You get so much insight data on Instagram. Like, it'll tell you when people are on your Instagram page, what age group, what gender, what time. I mean, there's a lot of data that you get from these pages. It'll also help you rank higher on SEO searches. If your Instagram page, I guarantee you, if someone searches my name, the first thing that's going to come up is my Instagram page, because I have over 100,000 followers. So it's ranking me very high on SEO. So when you have social media pages, it boosts your SEO, which is search engine optimization. Partnerships, like, one thing you should know, if you have a name, and it's pretty common, right? Like, there's a woman named Lisa Nichols. A lot of people get us confused. Or Lisa Nicole Carson, right? My thing is, I better rank higher than both of them when someone searches Lisa Nicole. That's what you want to have happen, right? And so the more content you put out there, the more people that go to your Instagram page, the more following you have on TikTok, it's going to help you rank higher. Okay. And it's a lot cheaper to get a customer using social media marketing, right? I did a training on teaching you how to run Facebook ads. I gave you guys some videos to watch. We talked about MailChimp and things like that. That's another day, another training, but definitely a good training to learn. All right. Now, one of the things that we have is lead capture pages, right? A lot of people don't know the difference between a website and a lead capture landing page. Okay. A landing page gives people just enough information to get them curious, to give you their information. A website is an information page that if you send somebody to your website, they're going to get lost and confused. There's so many places they can go on your website. They can go to your store. They can go watch a video about the Alive convention. They can go watch a video about Envision You. I mean, it's just too much information. It's information overload for a prospect. So the better thing to do is to have a landing page. And that landing page, whenever you post something on social media, you'll say, for more information, go to. So you go and get a domain, like mine is moreincomeforme.info. So whenever I post on social media, I drive people to my landing page, right? So it's always good to have a landing page. If you want a landing page, you can go to our team website, you can hit shop, and you can order the landing page there, right? It takes usually 24 to 48 hours. I think I got a couple of orders that we got to process that will get processed tonight, as a matter of fact. But everybody who has them, you got to start using them. You got to get in the habit of putting your landing page on your business card. When you're talking to people about the business, send them to your landing page and not your Envision You website, because the website gives your business credibility once a person has seen the opportunity. But it's not the place you send people to when you're first piquing their interest. It's just too much information. Okay, our company is doing an amazing job right now. When I tell you, if you go to mediahub.envisioну.com, there are so many great graphics. You can go to the goenvisioну.com page. In fact, I encourage everybody to go there, follow the page, visit it frequently, because they're always posting new graphics, and you can go and you can grab those graphics, and you can even grab the copy that they use to post. You got to get in the habit of posting information about your business. If you're not posting information about your business, then you're not in business. If people don't know you as a health and wellness expert or a wealth strategist, you're not doing a good job promoting yourself in your business. People have got to start seeing you as a health and wealth expert, either a health and wellness expert or wealth strategist. Okay, that's the goal. All right. These are just some of the graphics that are on the goenvisioну.com website that you can grab and download. If you go to the Envision You Media Hub page, now they've got graphics on pretty much every course, from the Airbnb Academy course to the Turo transportation course to, they got videos on there, and they all work. You click the button and it downloads. So I'm telling you, you got to be posting these videos, because you're missing the opportunity to get customers. So I want to challenge everybody, after taking this training and listening to this training, I want you to challenge yourself to post at least 2 to 3 times a week about your business. Post 2 to 3 times about your business. Get yourself a landing page so that every time you post, you drive people to your landing page and watch the leads that come in. With the landing page, as soon as somebody puts their information in, you get an email notification that says such and such wants information about your business, and you just add their name to your list. Okay, here's one on finance. You know how many people are looking to learn about finance? You're missing the ball not getting customers, right? If you just post, you will get people signed up, not only as customers, but happy customers a lot of times become distributors. And anybody that signs up for a digital learning course, they're really like a distributor, because they're paying a monthly reoccurring subscription fee. So it's good. All right. Now, another tool that I just want to encourage you guys to think about getting, this is how I add to my list every month. At a certain point, you'll feel like you've exhausted the names in your cell phone. You've exhausted the names on your social media page. You've exhausted the names, in your your cell phone, your Instagram page. So you'll feel like I've called everybody already. So now you have to learn how to grow your list. And so one of the things that I use are peak cards. Peak cards are designed to pique a person's interest. Whenever I'm at an event, instead of giving out business cards, I give out peak cards. I give a card, and in exchange, I get a card back. And then I take that information that I get from that person, whether it's their business card or whether it's their digital business card, and I go back and I add their name to my list. Every person should start every month with at least 100 peak cards, because if you give out 100 cards a month, and you meet people every day at the grocery store, you meet people when you go to Walmart, you talk to people at work, you're sitting beside people on the train. just get in the habit of asking people, hey, are you business minded? Are you open to other ways of making money? You know, do you keep your business options open? All you want them to do is say yes. And then you say, well, let me give you my card. I am a wealth strategist, or I'm a health and wellness expert. We have cards for digital entrepreneurs, and we also have cards for health and wellness with the spray. So you can pick people either way, but get in the habit of just talking to people. You never know who's open, but you got to discipline yourself every month to give out at least 100 cards. If you give out at least 100 cards, I guarantee you'll get at least 50 new names that you can add to your list. All right, so we're out of time tonight, but there is a tool that I use. I'm going to show it to you really quickly. I'm going to go through it really fast because the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? So one of the things that I've learned to do whenever I'm dialing for dollars is I go to my list, and when someone tells me they'll get on a call, I go put them on my book. I book them for an appointment. It sends them a confirmation email. And then when it's time for them to get on that call, it'll send them a reminder text. Whenever I'm signing somebody up in the business, I just send them an electronic application. I mean, it's just so many tools that I use with this program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you about it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just show you briefly it, but I am going to do an orientation for anybody that wants to learn how to use Intake Q to grow your business, right? It's my appointment. It's called a practice management software, but it allows me to set appointments. It allows me to send reminders. When I have launch events, it lets me put it on the calendar. It's a way to manage and run your business. Now, I initially got this for my clinic, right? We use it to manage our patients. It's a practice management software. But then as I started using it more and more for my clinic, I realized, man, this is super duper powerful for Envision You. And so every time I'm dialing for dollars, if someone says, yeah, I'll get on the call tonight, I just I book the appointment. It sends them a confirmation email, sends them a confirmation text. 30 minutes before the call, it sends them a reminder text. And when the call is starting, it sends them a reminder text. And then when the call is over, 24 hours later, it sends them a text and says, what do you think? What were your thoughts? So it automates your follow-up process. So I'm going to just show it to you really quick. While I'm doing that, I'll give you guys real quick. Does anybody have any questions about what we talked about tonight? All right. You can drop it in the chat. You're also welcome to drop your questions in the chat. If you found that this was extremely helpful, I am going to drop in the chat a link where you can sign up for the Intake Q. And then every form that I've already created that I use in my business, I can share it with you. And they will give you an orientation on how to use the software, right? You have unlimited access where they'll do a one-on-one 30-minute session with you, really teaching you how to maximize the software. It'll allow you to keep your contact database really clean in there. So let me just show it to you really quick. All righty. I think this is it here. Nope. Let me stop that. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Share screen. Well, where are you? It says this is my desktop. Hold on one second. Anybody have any questions? No? Is it information overload? Or did you get a lot out of tonight's training? I need somebody to talk to me. All right, I think I found it.
Can I say something? This is the best training I've actually been to. Everything is clear. I can screenshot a lot of stuff. It makes sense with the script. So I want to say this is the best one for me. I learned a lot.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad. Okay. All right. So this is the software that I use. It's called IntuIQ. I'll send everybody a link if you want to get it, right? The reason why you need to go through that link is because they will know that you are referred by me. So they will help me to share all of the forms with you so you don't have to go in and recreate things. So I sign in. All right. So when I sign in, the first thing that comes up on my dashboard is all of the people that I sent enrollment forms to. Like for instance, whenever a new person is signing up, all I do is click on my forms, and let's just say they need the application. I go down here, I click NVU application. As you can see, it's the application. I click send it to them. As you can see here, send to client. I put their name, their phone number. They'll immediately get a text with the application. They can fill it out. I get it back. I help them. I put their information right in the system, right? So that's one way of using the forms. A lot of times when I'm getting a new customer, like I talk to someone on social media, they say, hey, I want to get a spray, right? Now, if I have product on me, I'll sell them the sprays I have on me. But let's just say I don't have a particular product and they go to my website. So I can send them a customer enrollment form. They would tell me which, like, this is the one we use for sprays. This is the one we use for courses, etc. And then I just go on and sign them up. I think there was a person tonight, Rossi, who was having problems with her customers, not knowing how to like sign up to be a customer. The way I want you to think about it is if you walk into a Sprint store, do they tell you to go to a computer and sign up yourself? Or do they set you up and walk you through the enrollment process, right? Our enrollment process is not like an Amazon order yet, right? So there's a lot on our website, so people can click the wrong thing. So in my opinion, it's better for you to process your customer's order so that you know that it's done properly rather than blindly sending people to your store. I'm not saying it can't work, but our enrollment process, a lot of times they have to sign up and get in the customer portal, or sometimes there's a question to ask them if they want to sign up to be a distributor. So I wouldn't send people and have them process their own orders. Okay. So let me show you my booking calendar. So when I have appointments, right? For instance, Thursday, I got a super full night on Thursday, right? And I can show you prior months. When I'm making calls, like last night, I was dialing for dollars. These 3 people told me they were going to get on the call. So all I did was click on that date. I put their name in, their email, their cell phone. I set it for NVU schedule, set them up to get on the Zoom call, put the time in that they were getting on the call. And as soon as I put them on the schedule, they immediately got a text message confirming that they were getting on the call. They got an email, and then 30 minutes before the call, the system will automatically send them a reminder that you're 30 minutes out, and it'll automatically send them a text message when the call is starting. And then the day after it, it'll send them a reminder email, and I'll show you what like some of those messages look like. So not only can I share all of the forms that I've created that I use for my Envision You business so that you can use it, but I can also share the text messages that go out, show you how to set up your own. So everything is very automated for you. Another tool, if people want to buy product for you, you can set up a merchant account through here. So you can send them an invoice. It allows you to run your business like a business, right? So a lot of you, maybe you're using Cash App and things like that, but you have to really think about how you're managing your business. Like at the end of the month, can you run a report? There's all kinds of reports that'll show you how much sales you had that month. It'll show you how many new people you signed up that month. So it's just a really good system. Okay. So when I go to bookings, right, I'll just show you kind of some of the emails that go out, right? So I click on bookings and I click on my booking settings. I can send different messages. So I can program messages when it's a customer's birthday. You can have them get a birthday email. Maybe you want to give them a special incentive to get a product from you, or maybe you want to give them a product on their birthday to try to get repeat business, right? So you got to treat this like a business. A lot of times I work with Reds, right? Reds will not do all the heavy lifting. So a lot of times if I like Dr. Rashard Ritchie, he's got one of the top news radio shows on right now. He's on CNN. So he always promotes the digital learning platform, and people go to his landing page, but I work all of his leads. I'm leveraging his platform. I don't mind working those leads for him because he generates a lot of leads. He's not going to work them himself, but remember, every person that comes into your business is either a leader or a link to a leader. When I signed up Dr. Jamal Bryant, again, another really influential person, but again, too busy to work the business, but can lead to a lot of people. So he can go on and do a live once a month and talk about economic empowerment and drive people to his landing page, and boom, I'll go work those leads. I'll invite people to get on calls, etc. So that's what you see here. Here's an example of appointment confirmation email that I do for them. Hello, your private Zoom session with Dr. Rashard. So you can customize and format it so it looks really nice and professional when it goes out. Just a lot of great tools. If someone has bought from you, maybe every 30 days, you want to send them an email to remind them to reorder from you. You can set those kind of messages up, etc. All right. So, well, this is a software. I love it. It's $74 a month, but you sign up one person, it pays for itself. And because your follow-up is so automated, most people will sign up, and all you'll do is you'll see that they filled out an enrollment form and it's waiting on your dashboard for you to go print it out and sign them up. That's how powerful this system is. So if it's something that you're interested in, I would encourage you to give it a shot. I like it because it's very organized, it's very automated, and the fortune is in the follow-up. But let me just show you guys how you can really track your month, right? Look at this month. Look at all the people that I called and got on calls and did three-way calls for, right? Every day when I'm dialing for dollars, look at all these people that were signed up to get on calls. It allows you to really see your activity. Look at February. Look, I was really busy in February, booking people. A lot of these people were coming in from the landing page. A lot of these people were coming in from Dr. Jamal Bryant. So I'm just telling you guys, it's a great tool. All right. So again, if you decide you want to use that tool and you want to learn how to use it, we're going to do an orientation just for the people that sign up to show you how to set your own system up, walk you through the different functionality on the system. And then again, you can get support from the company as much as you want to learn different aspects of what the platform can do. So again, you got to treat this like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, that's the kind of money you're going to make. But if you treat it like a multi-million-dollar business, that is the kind of money you can make. So again, thank you guys so much for your commitment to your business, for your commitment to your success. I look forward to helping you every step of the way, learn how to really build this business the right way, because there is a right way and there's a wrong way. And if you learn how to master the system and you learn the fundamentals of building this business, you can be a top earner in this industry without question. At a minimum, every leader on this call should recruit at least 2 people a month. That's your minimum, but you should try to shoot to recruit 5 personally and have like 10 come in from your team. If every time you sign a new person in, you're doing a launch event, you're going to be seeing 10-person months, 20-person months, 30-person months. And the more you teach it, the more it'll duplicate in your team, and you'll look up. I can remember months in my business where I had 400 and 500 people signing into the business. Those are very lucrative kind of months. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you were able to get on tonight. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to send me a message. And I look forward to continuing to grow with everybody. All right. Have a great night.